Hi, everyone. I will patiently wait for you to come on board and here we go. Hi. Hi, everyone. Welcome to Free and Clear Fridays with Dr. Sarah, which is me, as you know, because we've been meeting here for the last few weeks, and thank you for joining, and it's so good to see you guys showing up here. Wow. Here we are today. I know here in Michigan it's very bright and sunny, so that's like a bonus. And wherever you're at, certainly it's good to acknowledge the things that are breathing light and ease. And for me, having sun and light is definitely a contribution after a bit of a long winter, right? So again, welcome, and I'm so grateful to be here, and we are going to be talking about, I wonder, what will we be talking about today? Probably the topic of the week, which is people pleasing. I'm sure you're not guilty of that at all. And what we're going to be doing is really, as we do here, looking to create a space of ease, a place where we can take problems and turn them into possibilities. And it is possible to do that, as you may have discovered or you have yet to discover. So I'm so grateful that you're here for us to be able to do that. And I am aware that it's not just about clearing the limitations, because we're certainly going to do that. It's also about acknowledging what is working in a way that's light for you in your life and living. See, consciousness includes everything and judges nothing. So it can include the good, the bad, and the ugly. And if we don't acknowledge the things that are actually going well and ease, we may miss them. And we tend to recreate the things that we don't acknowledge. Now, I wonder, so everything that brings up, let's do a quick clearing, and you may recognize again this clearing tool, and that is everything this is, right, wrong, good, bad, pod, poc, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. Or deep breath in and release all the heavy on the exhale, whichever you prefer. So as we're continuing on in our conversation here, what would it be like for you to acknowledge something that's been light for you? Now, I have talked about light and heavy as the gauge, rather than right and wrong. We're not functioning from a right and wrong. We're really not meant to, even though we tend to in this reality. I would prefer for us to look at, is this light or heavy? So what has been light for you this week? Go ahead and tap into that. There certainly could be more than one thing. It may be the majority of things. How does it get any better than that? But acknowledge that for a moment. And anywhere you're not able to acknowledge that, let's destroy and uncreate all that. Right, wrong, good, bad, pod, poc, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. Now, just a little bit of a disclaimer so you know how this works, because I know I'm relatively new showing up here, connecting with you, and these tools that I'm using, they may be brand new to you. So just a little bit of awareness around that, the way it works, as something may come up that's heavy, we can then clear it, or whatever that is, and there may be something after that, then we clear that. And it's kind of how it works, and we just follow the energy. We follow the energy like the yellow brick road in Wizard of Oz. No, I'm just kidding, kind of. Although, when we are actually in the space of traveling what's light, it does actually work out, and there's not a little dude behind the curtain at the end, hopefully. We're going to clear all those narcissists anyways. So speaking of narcissists, people that you try to please in your life, many of which probably are those humans that like to be of the narcissistic flavor, we can look at that. What has it been like to look at the people-pleasing piece in the puzzle this past week, if you happen to be following anything I've been doing? I'm aware that it's been really fascinating for me to show up to you, amazing ones, in a way that allows us to see clearly what's really going on. Those of us who are very sensitive and aware tend to think it's us, and we're trying to please the people that are not capable of being pleased. Have you ever noticed that? That you'll find that one person that in the bunch that does not have the capacity to acknowledge you or actually see you clearly, and you'll seek them to get their approval or try to please them. We tend to be like that. I hate to say it, POC. However, we tend to do that. So what would it be like for you to acknowledge everywhere you've done that, found that one person that you can't please and try to please them over and over and over again? Everything that is, let's destroy and uncreate it all. Right and wrong, good and bad, POD and POC, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. Wow, that was a heavy one. I don't know about you, I noticed it for sure. Now, what would it be like to see it clearly? Like, oh, I see this person's not capable of giving me the feedback I require, or wow, there's just no pleasing this person. If we can recognize it like that and see it like that, then you won't take it personally. So everywhere you're taking it personally, like you've done something wrong to not please them, destroy and uncreate it all. Right and wrong, good and bad, POD and POC, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. Now, it may not be that like, oh, please or not please someone. You may pick up on energy from someone where you're like, I'm just getting a bad vibe, or I just had a conversation with so-and-so and I'm just left with like, what did I do wrong to disappoint them? Or I just get a really bad feeling about it. That's the time to clear it. Can you even see my body? Like, it's like so heavy. That's the time to step back and ask, truth, is this even mine? Who or what does this belong to? Return to center with consciousness and POD and POC everywhere I made it mine when it's not. And we'll clear that now. Right and wrong, good and bad, POD and POC, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. These things can get very disguised. We don't even know a lot of times it's happening. So you have to be in the question, in the space of it, and see. If you're getting a bad sense about something, instead of going into what do I need to do to please this person or get it right with this person or make it right, what would it be like to instead go, okay, truth, what is this? What's the read on this? What am I aware of here? Right and wrong, good and bad, POD and POC, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. Now, these questions really apply to everything and anything. It's not just about people you're trying to please. This really works for anything during your day, during your week, when it comes in heavy. This is where I so appreciate you guys showing up here. Welcome everyone, by the way. Here now and in the future, that we can come together and see things clearly in a way that may have not been available to you before. That you seeing it clearly and coming on this in this space with me really creates a difference. So we are meant to kind of flow like this and be in the space of this and not take things personally. So everywhere you take things personally, anywhere in your life and living, let's destroy and uncreate all that now, please. Right and wrong, good and bad, POD and POC, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. Now, after you clear a bit, you can get to what are my choices here? What else is possible I haven't considered? You know, the universe loves that question. What else is possible? What else is possible? A lovely, lovely question. I love asking it to myself, but I know the universe loves it too, because the universe has our back. And you may have heard that expression in here with me, other places, but it's true. It really does. However, we never know how it's going to show up. And it usually comes in the least way we expect it. It has its own timing. You can demand things of yourself, and you can request things from the universe. So that's a good distinction. I could be to myself, like if I woke up, or like let's say I get off this live right now and I demand something of myself, like I demand to create another video. I demand that of myself. And if I go into what would it take to create that? And then I have some choices and possibilities there. And I could put it out like, is now the time or is it later? So I go into question and see what that looks like. What I'm doing right now for you is being an example of what you can be for you and how this kind of works. So I am like always in the space aiming to most of the time. And if something does come in heavy, you guys know me enough to know that I will be clearing, if it's not right away, within a short period of time. And then working with amazing beings like you, and in my practice with people all day long, it's like it really keeps things clear and moving. We are conscious beings. If you are in your head and head tripping, you are robbing yourself of a conscious space of where you could be functioning from. Now, not everyone in this world or on this planet desires to live consciously. In fact, I would be safe to say the majority probably don't, but that's okay. It doesn't have to be majority rules here. It just requires you to be in the space of it. And there's many, many, many more, especially in the last year or two, living consciously. More than ever before on the planet, ever in any existence ever. I say all this to say that it's available. There's ways to do it. You find your own way. If you have questions, you can show up to me. I'm showing up to you guys online to be available, to be in the question, to be in the choices. And what would it take for us all to go in the direction of living consciously? It gets easier, not more difficult. It's difficult to live in this reality if you think this reality is your reality. If you're on this live and if you're watching anything I do, you know, and you wouldn't stick around if you weren't one of those beings that know there's something greater than this reality, that actually are the seekers of the world. We're not sitting back and gonna be like, I'm just gonna wait for it to be different. La-di-da. No, we are not those types. Do you agree? I wonder. So what would it be like to no longer have to buy this reality as real and true for you? What if your point of view creates your reality? What if that's the difference? You be. And what if that's the difference that we can create together by being it individually and coming together here? That's why I love speaking to you in terms of being an amazing being. I do speak directly to you. Even though we are a we, it's really about you and me and what we're creating here and what we're being here. So anything that won't allow you to be the amazing being you truly be, let's destroy and uncreate all that now. Right and wrong, good and bad, pon poc, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. You are truly an amazing being. You really are. I'm choosing to be an amazing being. And I represent you when I'm speaking to you. I know it sounds really weird. However, again, you get it. And I don't even have to say it. You already know. Because I see you, and I get you, and I understand you, and I'm open to being in the allowance of whatever you choose, and creating a space with you to have change occur. So anything will allow you to receive me as the infinite, let's say the amazing being I be, to connect with the amazing being that you be. Let's destroy and uncreate all that. Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all nine, shorts, boys, and beyonds. Wow. There's some energy shifting going here. Do you notice it? I'm noticing it. I'm a little spinny, to be honest. There's this thing called a vortex. And after we do some clearings and after kind of bringing some stuff up and then allowing it to dissipate and release and clear, there's this thing called a vortex. And you'll notice it possibly in your body. I notice it a lot of times in my head. It's just this kind of like, just kind of like spinny, breezy kind of energy. It can show up in different ways like that. So it's really cool when we get to a point where there's like a vortex going on, because it shows we're really getting some clearing and having some space. So let's tune in. What continues, here's a good question, what continues to be heavy for you? And are you ready to clear that now? Whatever that is for you. Is it related to money? Is it related to relationships? Is it related to your relationship to you? Is it related to your job? Whatever it is. What if we bring all that energy up now? Anything that remains now from everything else we've cleared already. And let's go ahead and clear all that now. Anything that remains. Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all nine, shorts, boys, and beyonds. Now, here is something I would like you to be with between now and next week. Couple things. First of all, I would love to hear what you would like for me to speak about. Not just on this live, but in general, anywhere. Anything you would like me to speak about, I'm happy to entertain and consider. So you can leave it on Instagram here on this thread. And I'm aware of once this live is done, most of the comments that are being made here, I don't see again. I don't know where they go. They go into Instagram live, like archive somewhere else. However, I do make a Instagram IGTV. So it's a long version, and then you can see this all over again, by the way. So it's available there. You can go on there and share and let me know what it is you would like me to speak about. Or on any of my posts, you could be like, hey, Dr. Sarah, I would like you to speak about, oh my gosh, this is funny what was popping. Mushrooms. I don't care. I could probably speak on mushrooms. And I'd be like, well, you know, anything that's heavy about mushrooms, or I don't know. It's just kind of silly. But I am silly, and I'm very funny, and I have a sense of humor. Thank God. Oh, this would be so boring if I didn't. Life would be boring if we didn't have humor. Anyway, you can certainly make a request to what you would like me to speak about. The other thing is, I would like you just to be in the awareness of you and acknowledging others in a way that doesn't take things personally, where you can just observe them. In part, we had this, theme of people pleasing this week. Now, if you no longer had to people please, you can just be in the space of people please, rather than, oh my God, what did I do wrong? No, we're not doing it that way. We're gonna be like, people please, hello, no thank you. That's just one way to do it. The other would be pan pock, everywhere I'm head tripping and trying to please someone. So let's do another clearing on that, since that brought up a little bit of something. Right, wrong, good or bad, pan pock, all nine, shorts, boys, and beyonds. Now, you get to share something with me you'd like me to speak about, or you can or be in the awareness of others and allow them to be, and you can just be you without having to please them. Now, anything that won't allow that, amazing beings, let's destroy and uncreate it all. Right and wrong, good and bad, pon poc, all nine, shorts, boys, and beyonds. Now, what's amazing here is every week I do these lives, it goes by faster. Do you notice that? We are now at the 20-minute mark. Now, I want you to have an amazing week. Remember, consciousness includes everything and judges nothing. So whatever comes in, be aware of it, clear it, return to sender anything that's not yours, and embrace what is light for you and be what's light for you. And I would love to hear about it. Anywhere I'm at, you can share it. Now, don't disappoint. No, I'm just kidding. You're not pleasing me enough. Wouldn't that be just wonderful to end on that? I think that's so funny. So all of the people pleasing, right, wrong, good, bad, pop, pop, all night, shorts, boys, beyonds. You guys are amazing. I adore you all. And I wonder what else is possible now. And remember, we are taking problems and turning them into possibilities. That is the Dr. Sarah experience. And that's what we're here to do. And that's what we're here to be. And go forth and have an amazing week, knowing I have your back. All right, amazing beings. I will see you next week. All right, take care for now.